All right, let's jump right in. We spend so much of our lives online, right? But have you ever stopped to think about how safe you actually are? We're going to explore the wild world of cybersecurity today, but forget the complicated tech talk. Instead, we're going to do it through one person's story, a story that could honestly happen to any of us. So, let's meet Anne. She's just like you and me. She loves how easy it is to shop online. I mean, who doesn't? For her, it's all about convenience. She saves her email, her address, even her credit card info on her favorite websites, just to make that checkout process super quick and painless.
But here's the thing about that convenience. It can come with a pretty big hidden risk. Anne's about to get an email. It's going to look totally harmless, but trust me, it's about to throw her whole digital life into chaos.
And this is where our story really begins. Welcome to Part 1, A Shopper's Nightmare. This is the moment where a simple click, something we do 100 times a day, goes terribly, terribly wrong. So how does the trap get sprung? Well, first, an email pops into her inbox. It looks legit, promising a special discount. Who wouldn't be tempted? So she clicks it. The link takes her to a login page that asks her to verify her account details. To Anne, it looks exactly like the real thing. But on the other side, a hacker is just sitting there, scooping up all her info. And just like that, poof, a huge chunk of money vanishes from her bank account.
What Anne just went through, that, my friends, is a cyber attack. It's really just a fancy way of saying a hacker, some outsider, found a way to break into her digital life, her data, her accounts, you name it.
But cyber attack is a pretty big umbrella term. To really get what happened to Anne, we need to peel back the layers and look at the actual tools and tricks hackers use. So let's dive into the anatomy of an attack. The specific kind of attack Anne fell for is one of the most common out there. It's called phishing, spelled with a PH. It's basically a digital con game where a hacker sends a fake email that looks so real it tricks you into handing over the keys to your kingdom. Your passwords, your credit card numbers, all that good stuff.
But phishing isn't the only ghost in the machine. There's another, even sneakier one called a man-in-the-middle attack. With this one, the hacker doesn't just trick you. They actually wedge themselves right in between you and the website you're visiting, secretly listening to every single thing you do.
So how on earth does that work? Well, imagine you're talking on the phone, but someone has secretly tapped the line and is listening to your whole conversation. That's basically it. This happens all the time on those free, unsecured Wi-Fi networks you find at airports or coffee shops. That convenience, it can be a massive security risk.
Okay, so we've seen the threats, and yeah, it's kind of scary, isn't it? But here's the good news. We are not helpless. We can absolutely fight back. And that brings us to our next section, building a digital fortress.
Your first line of defense is something called a firewall. Just think of it like a virtual bouncer standing at the door of your computer. It checks everything coming in and everything going out. And if it sees anything shady, it's not getting past the velvet rope.
And next up, the big one, passwords. I mean, just look at the difference here. A password like password123 is like putting a welcome mat off for hackers. They can crack that in seconds. But a strong one, something long with a crazy mix of letters, numbers, and symbols, now that is a serious lock on your digital door.
So after her nightmare, Anne got smart. She built up a whole new security toolkit. She installed antivirus software, she started treating emails from strangers with suspicion, and she even learned about this really cool trick called a honeypot. A honeypot is basically a decoy, a fake system designed to look tempting to hackers. They attack the fake system, and security pros get to watch and learn their methods, all while keeping the real data safe. Pretty clever, right?
So Anne's story is a huge lesson for all of us as individuals. But the threat from cyber attacks? Oh, it scales up, way up. This isn't just a personal problem anymore. It's a massive global issue. When these hackers go after big targets, like giant corporations or government agencies, the damage is just staggering. We're talking colossal losses of money, breaches that expose the data of millions, and shutting down services that we all rely on.
I mean, let's just put it side by side. The target isn't just one person anymore, it's entire networks. The motive isn't just to steal a few $100s, it's corporate espionage or millions in profit. And the impact? It's not just personal loss, it can affect society as a whole. The scale is just completely different.
And the attacks themselves get way more sophisticated. You've got things like an advanced persistent threat, or APT, which is where a hacker sneaks into a network and just stays there for months, quietly stealing data. Or a DDoS attack, which is like creating a massive digital traffic jam to completely shut down a website.
And then there's a SQL injection, where they go straight for the brain, the database, to steal or even delete everything. So with threats this huge and this complex, you have to wonder, who's out there fighting back? Well, that brings us to the heroes of our story, the people who've made it their career to defend our digital lives.
The world of cybersecurity is huge, but let's zoom in on 3 really key roles. You've got your ethical hackers, your security architects, and the big boss, the Chief Information Security Officer, or CISO.
So who are these digital guardians? Well, ethical hackers are the cool ones. They basically get paid to think like a bad guy, to find a system's weak spots and patch them up before the real criminals can get there. Security architects? They're the master builders, designing super secure networks from the ground up. And the CISO? They're the general, overseeing the entire security strategy for a whole company.
And let me tell you, the need for these pros is absolutely exploding. It's estimated that cyber attacks are going to quadruple soon. That means organizations are desperate for people who can stop them. It's an incredibly important and valuable career path right now.
And that brings it all the way back around to you. We saw what happened to Anne, but we also saw how she armed herself with the right tools and knowledge. We've seen how big this problem is for everyone. So, I'll leave you with this question. Your digital life is incredibly valuable. What is your first line of defense?